Going over to the Culture Pride podcast, you have Ubisoft's Rainbow6 allowing Harris2024 username, but not Trump2024, which also shows how little I appreciate that software company. Or I don't know, I'm pretty sure the Frenchmen, they're not as cool as the OG Activision. I mean, they were on the Atari 2600, with River Raid being one of the best games of all time, obviously. But yeah, Ubisoft, I'm pretty sure they're the France-based company. Not too surprising they're not about the free speech after they arrested the Telegram founder. Now, Spartros, thanks to Libs of TikTok, which she says, quote, Rainbow Six game, a video game by Ubisoft, doesn't allow you to use Trump2024 as a nickname, but will let you use Kamal2024 or Harris2024. And interestingly enough, I don't think there's actually any volume to this video. Look about, They get a big, what is it? No, an unexpected error. I'm trying to see what the error code specifically says here on my screen. They're trying to enter all the Trump codes. It specifically says, what's the error they give? It says, nickname is unverified. Please try a different one. And when they try Kamal 2024 or Harris 2024, there I go. Yep, gets a nice green box saying Harris 2024. You can use that. Which, I mean, no one's surprised. Most video games these days, most developers, most of them, they're all leftists or left leaning. I mean, what was it, a couple of months ago they said that even Call of Duty, which used to be a vanguard for free speech, I mean, the OG Xbox 360 with Modern Warfare 2, the chat rooms in that, it was like America, prime freedom. Like, you can say whatever you want, and Lord knows if that was recorded back then, no one would have jobs because all the teenage boys, including myself, you had the humor, the trash talk was bar none back in the day, and now they're using AI to automatically boot people out of lobbies, censor them, and ban them for life if they start certain things when they're playing first-person shooters, which ridiculous, and also a good way to piss off the consumers and make sure they go somewhere else. But I partially digress. Now, I'm surprised this didn't go as far as I thought. And granted, this isn't one of the biggest video games out there. It's not Grand Theft Auto or Call of Duty, which, those are probably two of the biggest titles, especially by revenue. Rainbow Six always been more of a boutique game, and same with Ubisoft. They're not the #1 publisher out there. Don't get me wrong, they're still one of the largest, but they're not even in the top 3 or 4. People know Rockstar, know Activision. Of course, you have, it used to be separate, but now you have Activision Blizzard, which, or more of these things, or Microsoft, just like Rare, one of the best developers of all time. But I partially digress. Going to the comments, one of the first ones comes from America Papa Bear saying, quote, why does everything have to be woke? Getting 47 likes, which I could understand maybe. I don't agree with it in terms of I don't think you should censor it all, but I could understand the perspective of the video game company wanting to have no politics and having to be apolitical so they would have no Trump or Kamala. But of course, they only have, very similar to the Amazon, the Amazon girl and the speaker. I don't want to trip yours if you have one of those little spy devices in your home, but it would only say positive things. So, they'd ask the little speaker lady, why should you vote for Kamala? And it would say, because she was a diverse woman. I'm not joking, that's what it used to say. And then if you ask reasons to vote for Trump, well, the little ladies box speaker would say they're not allowed to give a political opinion. I don't think it's coincidence that all these big tech companies, it always leans one way. Fascinatingly enough, the companies that say they care about diversity don't really care about the diversity of thought, which I would argue is one of the most important. You also have Paul Zupa saying, quote, more election interference, getting 18 likes, which, I don't think that, yeah, you could argue that, certainly, because, again, it's allowing more advertising and more conversations. Just, I guess, more of the topic of Kamala being out there, and you're not even I don't know. I don't even think it's going to affect even 1% of the voters out there. But yeah, I think you could argue election interference if you're only allowing one candidate's name to be displayed in the video game. Yeah. Now you also have Evan Dreyer saying they have pronouns in the bio. Says it all. Boycott them. Getting 24 likes. Let's see. D. McLaughlin says, quote, the whole industry is extremely liberal. Getting 24 likes. True. Let's see. Absent Insight says, quote, Rainbow Six is fun, but they made a whole trans character, which is how I knew to stop playing that woke garbage. Getting 11 likes, which also shows how, those video games are so, they've been as long for so long and iconic. I'm pretty sure they got a couple on the Nintendo 64, the real OG video game console. And that got 11 likes. See here. John Wick says wokeness intensifies, getting 11 likes. No offense, but it says, of course it's a rainbow, getting 11 likes, which again is iconic. It's a novel by Tom Clancy. I mean, Rainbow 6, all those rainbows. But yeah, it is kind of funny that the meaning of that word has changed dramatically throughout the decades. Let's see here. Rafael Santiago says Call of Duty Mobile is even worse. It's one of the most popular games out there, and it's more woke than your morning cup of coffee. Check out some of these characters you can play, which more woke than your morning cup of coffee. I don't know, that just sounds awkward. I understand it, but it's not the best. But it's not the best word pun out there. He could have done better. Let's see. So these are some of the characters. Yeah, a lot of gender androgynous. I think I said that right. Characters. Then you have character that looks like a lady with pink short hair, or I guess it's not like bald short. It's like neck short. And then she has like a white captain's suit, like a navy captain. And she has weird gloves, anatomically not correct. The gloves, hands are ridiculous, like comically huge. I didn't get any likes, but it was an interesting post. Hammer Productions says they wormed their way in everywhere, getting 5 likes. Now, again, this game is so small relative to the video game ecosystem. I mean, I don't know how many. Well, I'm not sure if there even be a boycott trending, to be quite frank, because again, it's not one of the biggest games. Like even my friends who still buy video game consoles and they play first-person shooters, no, yeah, none of them really play that one. I mean, they had the cult following, but yeah, in terms of people actually boycotting the company, because there are also so many video game companies that have similar policies, I don't think that'll happen. But again, let me know in the comments. I mean, video games is one of the largest industries, even bigger than movies these days in the United States. I mean, it's a huge part of Americana, the video game culture. But yeah, let me know in the comments your thoughts, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So you can click that button. I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.